Hey guys, so I'm Lucas and I play on an acoustic nylon guitar.
And my name is Emil, I play on a steel string acoustic guitar.
And today we're comparing two types of guitars.
We have the steel string guitar, which sounds like this.
And I play on a classical with the nylon strings. That sounds something like...
So they look very similar, but they have totally different feel, totally different sound. And we're gonna have some fun just playing the guitars and comparing them and see the differences. And maybe help you to find your perfect guitar.
And of course we're gonna find out which one is, better.
Anyway, let's play something. Here we go.
Nice. I mean, the obvious thing that first comes to mind is the sound.
This is brighter. Of course, you can hear the steel. More steel, maybe more percussive sounds and a different kind of attack when you strike the string.
Whereas the nylon string guitar has a more mellow tone with a softer touch, and perhaps a bit on the darker side, you could say. So what would be like a typical thing to play on a steel string to demonstrate the sound quality of it?
I would say something bluesy, like...
Yes. That's exactly what I thought.
It has a little bit more of that blues kind of sound.
Yeah.
What would be maybe something if you would demonstrate the sound of the nylon string?
Well, I realize now when you did the bend, I would probably not bend somewhere. It would be more, classical vibrato.
Vibrato, yeah.
So maybe something classical.
Yeah, that's a mellow.
Kind of, mellow sounding. Now, I obviously also play a bit of jazz, but another style would be bossa nova, as you said. So we thought it would be a really fun thing if Emil plays something on both guitars, and I do the same, and so we could really feel the difference between them.
I'll play something and then I'll try your guitar as well.
Cool, now the same thing on this one.
Okay, I'll try it. Here we go. Wow, this has a big neck. See if I can do it.
Good luck.
Oh, it's loud.
Yeah.
This is loud. I can really...
Yeah, I never even realized how it's really huge difference.
Yes, yes. And of course, it's a softer sound. Yeah, it's warmer. It's softer. It's warmer. I really like it. Maybe I should start play nylon.
Of course you should.
Now you do the same. You play this.
I'll start with mine.
Yeah. I don't sound like that on a nylon string, but
You sounded amazingly good. Okay, now on the steel. Ah, totally different feel instantly.
nice. Wow, but that actually sounded really
Totally
good as
different
well.
feel.
Totally different feel, but you managed to play it perfectly.
In
Even
a
though
way,
it's very different.
it felt a bit easier now for some reason. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
what's the first thing that you think
I mean,
about?
I guess the just the feeling in the hands. It's obviously lesser space between the strings, which is kind of nice actually. I think this, especially this guitar, is wide.
Yeah, I play a lot with my thumb above here to get the notes with my thumb. Do you do that?
I can't do it
Because you're used to these
that's
kinds
a
of
super skill
guitars.
to me.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's such a wide
Yeah.
neck, so that's the obvious difference. Then of course sound.
It really depends on where you play. You can actually bring a lot of different sounds to the instrument depending on where you play, depending on your attack and what kind of, if you're using nails or thumb pick or just without any thumb pick playing with the flash of your fingers, or if you play with a pick, of course, you can bring out a lot of different sounds. But I would say even more so using a nylon string guitar, you can really get different tones
Yeah,
when you're
it's
playing.
it's actually a famous saying with kind of the Spanish romantic guitars. I think it was Segovia who first said it, that the classical guitar is like a small orchestra, right? You have the basses, maybe the trumpet section. So you have a lot of different colors. You can have a very singing. So you can create a lot of different timbres. Is timbre the right word?
I think so. We're Swedish. We don't really know.
No.
But anyway, I noticed that you moved your right hand
Exactly,
like this.
to create the different colors, right? So you can, if you're more to this in this direction, you have that sharper sound, and here you have that soft, and the kind of shallow. So that's a nice thing that you can really explore.
For me, as playing steel string guitar, I just wanted to mention that
Yeah, we both have nails.
Yeah, but I have acrylic on the nails to make them thicker.
To make them stronger.
Yeah, and I use a thumb pick for the finger picking stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of need the thumb pick to kind of dig in to get that percussive sound. You can play anything on these instruments, of course. It's just up to you what you want to do with it. But the winner for us is actually both.
Yes, both of the guitars together. So let's play something.
And we want to thank you for watching this video. We're gonna play a little bit of music for you. This is On the Sunny Side of the Street. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
See you. Ciao.